In today's video, we're going to be talking you through all the steps that it takes to build this home and exactly how much it's going to cost you. We're going to be doing this with the owner, Ishmael, who's going to be walking us through this one-bedroom home and talking us through all the costs that he has incurred so far. You can use this as a base to estimate how much it would cost you to build larger homes. Okay, so at the end of this video, we'll help you out with the calculation for that. If you're interested in some more videos on building in Ghana, I will link a playlist up here that you can check out for some more detailed videos. I'll also have some guides and worksheets that you can check out linked in the description below. Hi Ishmael.
Hi.
Hi. So before we begin, I think we'd all like to know why you decided to build a one-bedroom home. You have enough space for something a little larger. So I'm very interested in why you decided to go so small.
Well, first of all, I really want to move from where I am now to like this place.
Okay.
And I wanted to start something which is not going to take so much time and so much funds to put it. So this is like a temporary structure. It's not going to be demolished. I don't mean it's temporary in that way, but yeah, something I can move in as soon as possible and then do other things.
Okay, so you created the roof in such a way that you can easily flow a build on top of it, or you have to go wider?
No, so I have plans of doing a 3-bedroom house, but this is going to be left as it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
so it's not going to be extended. It's
it's just going to be like this.
That's interesting. Okay, so today we're here because we want to know what it would cost us to build something similar.
Sure.
In this same short term. How long have you been on the project? How long have you been working on this?
We started sometime around December, so it's been like 6 months.
Wow, and you're almost done. Basically, everything is ready.
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So I want you to talk us through exactly how much it costs you to get to this level, right? From the foundation all the way. Okay, I like that you're taking your phone.
Yeah,
that means you're going to give us numbers.
Okay, so
that's good. Okay.
As it stays now, the total cost is 75,045 cedis.
Okay.
Yes.
That's very specific.
I have the breakdown. So
all right.
yes. So
how much would it cost to get this entire thing completed?
I think about 80,000 should be fine.
About 80,000
yes.
would be able to complete this
something like
one-bedroom
yes.
house.
Yes.
And it's something that can be built in a period of 6 months.
6 months,
That's
yes.
really interesting.
Yes.
Okay, so you can walk us through from the foundation level. So let's go step by step. We'll do the substructure, superstructure, finishing, and exterior works. So let's go progressively. Before we even start with the superstructure, let's talk a bit about your preliminary works and let's talk about your land acquisition process. I totally forgot about that.
Okay.
So can you talk us a bit through the process that you went to acquire this land, the cost that went into that?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I actually didn't have any plans of purchasing land around the side of town.
Why? So far.
But I had a friend who had purchased 2 plots of land, 70 by 100 each. And then, that was sometime last year, 2021.
Okay.
Plot was going for 9,000 cedis.
Okay.
So he had acquired 2 of it, and she saw that her building would just need one plot. So she was willing to sell off the other plot at a very good price. So I decided, let me just take it. And when I visited here, I actually fell in love with the place. Yeah.
I can understand the falling in love with the scenery and everything, but the drive here.
Well, yes. I must say that I feel very happy about that decision I made, because coming here, looking at the views here, the greenery, it feels really great. It's very, very peaceful being here, I must say. So I very, very much enjoy being here, running away from the chaotic life and the city. So that is part of the reason why I decided to build here.
I get that. Okay.
Yes.
So that's about 9,000. So your documentation cost and all of that, can you give us an estimate?
Yeah, so we got a land from a real estate. So all those were covered within the 9,000 cities.
Oh, that's really good.
Yes.
What company was that?
Is it Alpha? Yes. I think I only know them to be Alpha. I don't know the full
name.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yes.
All right. And then on to the next stage. Let's talk about getting the design, the plan of this home. How much did that cost you? Okay,
so even before then, we had to clear the land.
Okay.
So we cleared the 2 plots of land, and it did cost around 900 cedis as then. And then after that, for me as then, I didn't really have any plan in mind. I wasn't thinking of building anything yet. So we started off with hers, and then traveling and like coming always to look at what you're doing and the rest. I thought of, let me just do something here. So one time I was driving by and I saw that some people were putting up like a small house by the roadside. So I was curious to go see how it did look like. And It was like sizable. I asked them how much it cost them to put up that, and then they gave me like the cost. I was like, okay, then I can do something like this. So
Similar,
I
yeah.
looked at their plan. It wasn't bad, but to me, like it wasn't entirely what I'd wanted to. I had to tweak it a little bit
Okay.
to meet what I'd wanted.
What
So
you wanted.
that's how come I came
You got
by
this
the plan.
Okay. How
Yeah.
much did you spend on it?
So I paid the architect about 700 cedis to do the design.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So the reason why he didn't take so much was because I gave him this like, contract.
Okay.
Yeah, that was how come
That's how
he took 700 CDs for.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
yeah.
Okay, so now we can move on to the structure in front of us. So tell us a bit about the preliminary works. You've already told us how much you spent on clearing the land. How much did you spend to prepare the land, the excavation, the filling, all of that? Just talk us through
Okay,
that process.
the total size of this building is 23 square feet. So for the foundation, we spent a total of 7,449 CDs.
Okay.
Yes, so out of that, 2,823 CDs went into labor, and
Okay.
then 4,626 CDs went into material costs, the clearing, the filling, yes, and yeah, other
Okay.
works that were done.
Okay. Ishmael, because this is a small building, I'd really love it if you could break this down for me into bags of cement.
Bags of cement.
Trips of, I think
Yeah.
that would also be helpful so that at the end of the day, if we want to go larger, we can sort of visualize it a bit better.
Sure.
So how many bags of cement would you estimate you use
For
on
the foundation, I think for the foundation, I have that, but that's not my phone now.
Oh,
so
we can wait for you to access
you
it.
want me to get that?
If you can get that, if
Okay,
you don't
let me
mind,
just get
that'd
that.
be great.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the foundation, we use a
Okay.
total of about 40 bags of cement for that.
For the foundation.
Yes,
And
yes.
what was your unit cost?
So the funny thing was, as of 2021
Like, the
December,
difference?
the cost of one bag of cement was 45 cedis. So getting to some early part of this year, that's 2022, a jump to somewhere around 55, and then all of a sudden to 58 cedis.
Gone.
So like there's been changes in prices.
Yeah. How has that been for you though? The inflation, building your home, how has that affected your build? Has it slowed you down?
Well, because it's not so much of a bigger
Yeah.
house, it hasn't really slowed me that much yet.
I also really like how you have organized everything. It's even color coded. That's really nicely organized. I like when people organize their numbers.
Sure.
So yeah, so that's for the foundation. How many trips of? But you didn't talk us through the cost for filling
The
and
filling.
excavating.
Okay, for that I paid 500 cedis for
Okay.
the guys who did the digging. And then after that, we purchased a trip of stone that is 18 cubic. That's the
Okay.
size. And then that did cost about, that was like around
have it.
800 cedis.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was 700 cedis from
Okay.
here for the purchase of
Okay.
the stones. And then we purchased a trip of sand also, that is 18 cubic. So that has been what we've used throughout the entire house. We haven't
wow,
purchased
just one
any.
trip of sand?
Yeah, just one trip of sand and then one trip of stones.
We'll all build one best at this point.
Yes.
You can save so much.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then for the filling, we purchased just one trip of the laterite or gravels for that. We use what we dug out to do part of the filling.
Okay,
and
okay,
we,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
topped up with that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
That
cool.
did cost like around, was it 200 or 300 cedis for, no, it was 300 cedis for the gravels, yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. Okay, so talk us through the rest. Are there any other elements for your foundation?
I think aside that, purchase iron rods. So the size of iron rods we used were 12 mm because it's not so much a big house. It's not a story building also.
Yeah.
So we use 12 mm for that. For the cost, let me just see if I could get that from here. So the cost of the iron rods was around 900 cedis for
Okay.
the quantity that we used.
What was the quantity that you used?
So I think we used about 7. Yeah, we used 7. It was already tied.
Okay.
Yeah, so we used 7 of them. Yeah.
Those have also really changed in
Yes,
price, but at least you finished the
Yes.
stages where you required it,
Yes,
so it won't
yes.
affect you too much.
Yes. So also as part of the foundation, we needed some blocks. So
Okay.
for the blocks, there was the option to go with the quarry dust as well
Okay.
as the normal sand one. But I used the sand one because I was still you cannot cost. After then, one was like around two cedis. As of when we started.
As of when you started. How much
Yes,
is it now?
it's like 2 cedis, 60 pesos or 3 cedis or so.
Wow.
Yeah. So for the foundation, we used 500 pieces of the blocks
Okay.
for that. Yeah, that was
500.
500 pieces of blocks for the foundation.
Okay. Ishmael, can you please tell me about getting power connection to the side and water? Because you are in a very remote location.
Well,
So tell me about getting the lines here and all of that.
So as of when we were starting, these were things that we were all looking at, especially myself and my friend, whether we're going to get electricity and the rest. So we had to scout around to see if there was electricity. Good enough, there is electricity, which is like about 600 meters away. However, to be able to connect to the electricity over there, will require us to spend some huge amount of money to purchase poles and the rest. So I personally thought of comparing the cost of that with that of using solar. You know, solar has become popular these days, so I had to do a lot of research, and then I noticed that solar was we're going to be, especially for this building, it's going to be fine with solar. So
So you went with that
solar,
in terms of your past. What about the water connections?
So water also, as when we're starting, we're relying on rainwater. We're harvesting rains as well as purchasing from water tanker. So we have water tankers that do bring water whenever we need. But there's even a stream down there, not so far from here. That's like about 500 meters away. There's a stream there.
So you're sort of off-grid, really.
Yes.
So we've finished up on the foundation. We're currently at the block.
The blocking
superstructure.
Yes. So for that, we use a total of 1,100 blocks for that, and so the cost was still like around it was between 2 cities and 2 cities 60 pesos, because that was during early part of 2022. That was when we started the blocking up.
The inflation hadn't hit yet.
Yes, and then for that we used a total of 46 bags of cement for the blocking up, and then that included the concrete on top at the lintel level. Yes. And then also for the iron rods, we still use the 12 mm size of iron rods. For that also, I think we use about 10 long pieces, which was that we did cut them. So as of then, one was selling for 60 cedis. That was the long one, the full size iron rods. So we got about 10 pieces of them. Then the steel bender came to tie them into the sizes.
Okay, that's interesting. So in total, how much did you spend for that
the
level?
blocking up process? So for the blocking up, we spent a total of 10,216 cedis for that. Yes.
That's interesting.
Yes. And out of that, 8,111 cedis went into materials, and then 2,105 went into labor.
Is it because of your location that your labor costs are so reasonable?
Well, that is one, and also with the sand and stones as well, because not so far away we have a quarry.
Yes, I saw that.
You saw it, yes. So the stones are not so expensive as compared to other places, and then people also do wind sand around as well. So the cost of sand is not so much expensive.
You have so many block factories along the road.
Yes, there are a lot of block factories as well. Yes.
So all those things contributed in lowering. That's interesting.
Okay, so before we got the roofing done, I'd already started, like when we were blocking up, I'd already started doing research on how much it was going to cost to do the roofing. I decided to go with this gable type of roofing because I was thinking of the materials I was going to use for the ceiling, that is plasterboard. And with information I've heard about it is that if there's a little bit of leakage, it's going to really ruin the plasterboard. So I didn't want to open myself up to any leakage. So that was how I wasn't really considering the hidden roof, because some of the issues I've had with hidden roof is that if it's not done well, you end up getting leakages. So so that was how come I landed with a gable type of roofing. And then for that also, I decided to get quotes from about 3 different companies on how much it was going to cost to do the gable type of roofing using a long span roofing sheet. And the least I got, honestly, was around 10,000 cedis for
this size.
The size of roofing. Also, I was still contemplating whether I should go because it was too expensive. Like I said, then that was going to be the most expensive part of the roofing. Even before then, we had to do the roofing joints. We used wood for that. That did cost around a little over 6,000 cedis for that.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Before the
roofing sheets.
That's expensive.
So that did cost. The reason why it was expensive was because of the type of wood we used. We use there's the local name is Dahuma. I don't know the botanical name for it. Yes, so that's like really a good solid wood, which is able to withstand like a lot of harsh weather conditions and the rest. So yes, that's what went into the roof. And then for the actual roofing cost, I was fortunate to have gotten a company that was willing to do it for around 7,500 cedis. Yes, and I didn't even know about them. So they were scouting locations
Oh,
where they
wow.
could get potential clients, and then they happened
Okay.
to they saw the level I'd got into with the building, so they decided to reach out to
That's
see
a
if
good business
yes.
model.
So I I think they started off with 9,000, and I told them, look, my budget is around 7,000 cities. If you could work with that, I'll be good. But this is 7,000 was not so good. So if I could do like around 7,500, it would be
That
okay
would
to
work for
work
them.
with that. So that was how come, yeah,
It
I,
was good. That's good.
yes,
That's
yes.
interesting. Okay, so that brings us to your roofing.
So the
level.
total cost of the roofing was 15,201 cities.
Okay.
That includes the roofing joints and then the ceiling joints as well.
Okay.
Yes.
So the people that installed the roof, was their labor cost inclusive in their 7,500?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So now we can come inside and finally
Yeah,
start
sure.
to walk around
Yeah.
and show your room. Oh, before that though, let's talk about everything that's outside
Mm-hmm.
and then let's move inside. Your poly tank. What is the system here?
Okay. So because we wanted to harvest rains,
Rain,
we had
okay.
to install, after they installed rain gutters with the roofing,
Mm-hmm.
we had to connect pipes to direct the water to it, like the
Into the
water
tank.
storage tank. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So
And
does
then-
it? Is it?
No, you
Oh,
can
go ahead.
continue.
Is there any treatment or just?
Okay, so because we are just working with this, there isn't any treatment as of now.
So this is just for okay.
This is just for the works that
But
we
in
are
the
doing.
long term, you could.
Yes. So behind the building, at the other side, where the washroom and the kitchen is, we are also looking at harvesting rainwater for that. But that is going to be filtered before it comes into the house. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So is there a cost for this?
The plumbing. Well, so yes, so that's
It's
for
a
us part of the plumbing.
Okay, so
yes.
we'll cover that. What are you going to do to your external area? You haven't started work yet, so.
Well, I'm just thinking of, we still have some of the stones we purchased there.
Okay.
Maybe spread it, just put some blocks and spread it,
Temporarily.
yeah.
Okay,
For that.
okay.
That would be just for the meantime. Yeah.
Okay, and then do you have a septic tank or?
So that is what we are digging. So we are not using the septic tank. We are going to be using a biodigester system
cool.
with
Okay.
a sockaway. So that's the
All right.
sockaway being dug over
That's
there.
what's being installed over there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a cost you could give us for that?
So the sockaway pit is going to cost me 3,000 cedis.
Okay.
That includes materials and then labor.
Okay.
Yes, and biodigester is going to be a little over 500 cedis to have that
wow.
done. Yeah.
Okay. That cost is also quite compact. It's
Yes,
small,
yes, the
so
size
that
is small. Yeah.
affects the cost.
Yes.
All right. So Ishmael, you're going to walk us through
Yeah.
the property and
Sure.
talk us through the costing as we go. So
Sure.
over here we see a space. So it's raining, so it's a bit messy, so we can't move around as freely as we
Yeah,
like.
yeah, that's true.
So we'll manage with the space
Sure,
that we have.
sure.
Okay. So tell me a bit about this space that we're looking at.
Okay, so this is just a flower bed that we
Okay.
created to just plant some flowers on it.
Okay.
And then this is just stairs we have over
Staircase.
here. So that's all we have, like just
In this
outside.
space.
Yeah.
So let's look at your porch area.
Yes. So this
What's
is
the
a
size?
porch. That's 8 by 6 feet.
Okay.
For the porch. Yeah.
Okay.
And then also we decided to use design blocks instead of balustrade. There are a lot of people who like to use
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
balustrade, but I was looking at, because of the views here, when you wake up in the morning, you want to
Yeah.
put your coffee or
Or
your
something.
tea on top of like
Okay.
your last surface area. Yeah, so
You
that's how
want to have
come.
this.
Yeah, that's how come we decided to go with the design blocks. Yeah.
Okay. Can you talk us? Okay, sorry. This is your going to be where your electric
Meter board,
goes.
yeah.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
And what's your internet connectivity like in this
Over here,
location?
the internet, I must say, is very good, very, very good here, because not so far away is a telecommunication mast, which is like
Okay.
about 5 kilometers away from
Okay.
here.
So your service is pretty good.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I see you have a socket here for if somebody wants to be here and
Yes, yes. However, for the socket, there's a switch to it inside. That was one of the things that someone did tell me, that when you're having a socket outside, there shouldn't be direct power to it, because you could have thieves having access to electricity, could just cut your things. So
Okay, that's
you should have a
interesting.
switch inside
Inside
to
that can-
control it outside.
Okay.
So you can't, if it's not turned on from inside, you won't be able
can't
to
do
use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's different.
Okay.
So over here, your ceiling is plasterboard, and then over here it's TNG.
TNG,
So
yes.
Externally.
Yeah. So for the TNG, initially I was looking at using, people use some of the roofing sheet for their ceiling for
Okay.
outside because of sometimes rainwater and the
Right.
rest. However, I was fortunate to have had someone who, after installing the TNG not so long ago, decided to just take them off. I was like, well, I could just use them for the outside
Okay.
ceiling. So I went for them. I tried cleaning them to see how they were going to look, and they looked very good. And
So you just
if
put
you're
it
not
in.
told it was like used
Yeah.
TNG, you never,
You never
know.
know.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So that's what we use for. So it saved us some
Cost.
money. It would have cost around 1,000 cedis to have the purchase the TNG, because one bundle was costing 500 cedis as at then. At the time I was inquiring about the cost. Yeah. For the fixing of it, my brother is a carpenter, so I was fortunate to have saved over there as well.
Okay.
So yeah.
You made some good savings.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
interesting. Okay, so over here you've got a slight arch.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
That's interesting. And then I see you've got corner molding.
Yeah, around
Over here.
the plaster board.
Okay.
So
What's the cost for that?
for one was 20 cedis, yeah, for the corner mold, and the plan was to just use them for the inside, because I was still looking at saving some money on the materials. However, the quantity the painter asked me to purchase, it was even 29, but I purchased 25, and I was able to do the porch, the inside, and even the washroom, part of the washroom.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I think we've been outside for a while, so let's head inside. Okay.
Come in.
Yes.
So this is our small hall. This is going to be a very cute hall that we have over here.
What's your size?
So the size is, this side is 16 feet, this side is 10 feet, so, and that side is 6 feet.
Okay.
So 6, 6, 16, 10, 10.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the size for this particular space.
All right. So this is your solar inverter.
Yeah, so that's the solar inverter, and then the batteries are in a cage there.
And it's currently dead.
Yeah, it's currently dead because they used the entire power. They stayed overnight to do the tiles for the kitchen, so they used the entire power. So that's and today's been raining, so
all day.
yeah, so we don't have any power at the moment. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's basically.
So would you say that's a disadvantage of
solar?
Solar power.
Well, yes, if you don't have enough power,
Backup
power, yeah, you're going to lose power when you need it the most.
You have no power.
Yeah.
Okay. So, seeing as you can run out of power, what solutions are you looking at?
Okay, so we need more batteries to store more power, and then also we need more panels to be able to get more power into the batteries.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much does a battery cost?
Okay, so the sizes we have here are 100 AH, so the price ranges between 800 to 1,200, depending on the brand you go with for one. Okay. Yeah, so the two that cost 1,600 because I got one for 800 cedis. Okay. Yeah, and then the panels, we're using 180 watts. One that cost 620 cedis, so the two was 1,240 cedis for the two. Then the inverter that cost 3,300 cedis. So this is a 3 kVA size. The inverter, yeah. So I can power up the entire house with fridge, TV, light, air conditioning.
Everything.
Yeah, everything. Yeah, depending on the number of batteries that we have.
Not like right now. That's
exactly.
Your house of power.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So Ishmael, we'd like a bit of the costs in this space. So let's start from your walls. Then we'll go down and go up.
Okay.
So, we should start from the ground and go up. Let's start from the ground and go up. So talk us through your tiling, the cost of tiling this space.
Okay, so total cost for the tiling is around 6,000 plus. I have to check to be very sure.
That's fine.
Of the, so I'll just check that real quick. So the total cost for the tiling is 7,843 cedis.
For the entire space?
For the entire space, yeah. Okay. And then out of that, we spent a total of 1,250 for labor, and then 6,593 cedis for the tiles. Okay. So for the tiles is for the ground, the kitchen, the wall, and then the ground, and then the bathroom, the wall, as well as the ground, and then the bedroom, the ground.
I like that you use louver blades and not sliding windows.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of
lights,
natural light coming in.
And then air as well.
Good ventilation. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you can walk us through your space.
Okay, so right when you walk in, this is a hall space. I tend to use that small space for like a small dining area, and then have some small sofas over here. And then my TV is going to be behind the door. So there's going to be a door stopper. To prevent the door from going further.
The TV.
Yeah. And then the door, we used a Turkish security door. So we're looking at something which is very, very solid. Yeah, so that's how come we're waiting for that. That did cost it. So in the market, we were selling for 3,500 cedis. Okay. But we had to bargain. We ended up getting for 2,750 cedis.
Wow.
Yes, for the Turkish door.
Nice. So, how many? So you used that one for the main one. What are your other doors going to be made out of?
Okay, so we intend using wood for these ones. They haven't been bought yet. Yeah.
But do you have an estimate?
So that's going to cost around 900 cedis for
Per
the
door.
three. No, the door. So I'm just looking at using normal wooden door. So that's
Oh, okay.
one is going to cost like around 300 cedis.
So for all three,
it's going to be
under
around 900
1,000.
cedis.
Okay.
900 cedis.
Okay, 900 cedis. I like where you're being specific.
Yes.
Yeah, but does that include your transportation cost?
So
and
the
your
transportation,
installation cost?
it's not part of the 900 cedis. Sometimes I have to carry some of the materials from my
Yourself.
car. Yeah, so I don't know if it will fit in my car. If it does fit in, I just have to carry
Carry
them.
it.
Yeah.
And then to have it installed, that would come with labor cost?
Yes, so no more than 300 or 400 cedis. No more than 400 cedis
For all
the
three?
Yeah, for the
Okay.
three. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So this would be your dining area.
Yes, small dining area. Then
You've got
two fans. Yes.
Okay.
So we also intend installing air condition. There's provision for it, but that will be when it's going to be necessary. So
Okay.
based on the weather conditions, yeah. If there's no need for it, then we won't install it. Yeah.
Let's talk about the temperature in this area. It's quite cool. Is it
Yeah.
this cool all the time? Or
It's always
usually?
cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because of the mountains and then the greenery around. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Oh, let's talk about the cost of your windows. I mean, this
Okay.
is saving you more money versus the
The
sliding
traditional.
windows. This makes more sense. Okay, so tell us a bit about the costing.
Okay, so the window itself, that is the frame with the iron rods. One was costing 270 cedis.
Okay.
So we have five, I think the total of 7 is there. So we have 2 for here, 2 for the room.
2 here.
No, 1 here. Like the
the entire double
yeah,
frame. Okay.
1, and then 2 in the bathroom.
Okay.
Yeah,
2, 3, 4, 5. So 5.
yeah.
Okay, and each one was 270 cedis?
Yeah, so one was 270 cedis, and then the smaller one was 250, and then that inside was 230. That's for the bathroom area.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. That's interesting. And then does that include the bars?
Yeah, so the
behind it?
bars were part of the frame. Yeah.
Oh right, and the glass and everything.
No, the glass wasn't part. So
Okay.
the lever blades, I had to buy a pack of it. One pack was selling for, was it 220 cedis? No,
Okay.
sorry, 120 cedis for one pack. So I bought 3 of them. That was 360 cedis for the 3 packs because I needed about 84 pieces of blades, and then I had 90 pieces from the 3 packs that I bought. So that was 30 inches. The total size of it is 30 inches.
Okay.
Yes. So, and then the frame itself, one I have to check for the frame to be sure. Let me
Check
just.
No worries.
One of the frames that cost around 20 cedis. So,
Okay.
and they come in pair, so 2 pairs. So we bought a total of like about 14. I have to count to be sure that it's
Okay.
on above pairs that we got. So yeah, so that's for the frames. Yeah.
Okay.
So for one window, this is an 8-blade window. So one blade is sold for 4 cedis. That is if you're buying them in bits. So you multiply the 4
Number.
by the total number of blades, and then you're able to get how much you're going to be spending on lever blades. The
Okay.
frame was around 20 cedis for 1 pair, so 2 pairs is 40 cedis. So you get to know how much you're going to spend on that.
So in total, for one window, how much would you estimate
So
that you
one
spend
window is going to cost like around 350 cedis.
for one
No, let's say 400 cedis for everything, having everything
for
in
a
it.
pair?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. 400. That's not bad at all.
Yeah. So we use the metallic mosquito net for the net outside. That is very durable.
It's so solid.
Yeah.
Is that more expensive?
So for that 1 meter is 120 cedis. So that was very expensive. For the
Okay.
entire windows, except for this one, we spent 720 cedis for a meter.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know how much the standard netting costs?
So the standard netting, the pack is like no more than 100 cedis.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the whole pack, and this
Yeah.
one for just 1 meter.
For just 1 meter.
Yeah.
That was an option we decided to go with. We could have gone with that
Yeah.
one, but I wanted something very durable. Yeah.
I think it's also good for security.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's an
yes.
extra sort
Yeah.
of regular proofing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Let's talk about your
The
plastering
walls?
and skimming
Okay.
and painting. How much did that cost you?
Plastering of the entire house, labor did cost around 3,000 cedis for both the inside and then the outside of the house. For the cement, we used a total of 40 bags of cement for both the inside, the outside, and then the floor as
Okay.
part of it. So you just multiply the total number of cement with the price, 58 cedis as of now. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think aside for that, the sand, we already had sand, so we didn't have to purchase sand for
Okay.
that. Yeah.
You haven't painted the space yet?
No, we haven't painted yet. Yeah.
But it's so smooth. So is this your...
So this is the skin.
You sandpaper it or something?
Yeah, they sandpapered after doing the...
It's so smooth.
Yeah.
I'm making your walls. My hands actually... Don't worry.
So I'm estimating not more than 3,000 cedis for the entire painting, including workmanship as well.
Okay.
I'm not thinking of painting the outside yet. Because I'm not so much in a hurry to do that. So I'm just focusing on the inside and then later I'll just do the outside. Yeah.
Can you please talk us through the cost of plumbing for the entire space?
Yeah, the total cost of the plumbing was 1,348 cedis. That was for the kitchen and then the bathroom area. So we just had to lay the pipes and doing the foundation part, as well as after the foundation, fix the ones going into the wall. Yeah.
Okay. But then this is exclusive of your taps.
So we already have the taps purchased, so they are all part
so they're all part of this.
Yeah.
So this is everything.
Yes.
Inclusive of your first fix, your second fix.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
The total cost of the electrical works was 8,068 cedis. Out of that, we spent 6,418 on materials, 1,650 cedis on labor. So this covers the three phases that we went through: the chisel and then the piping works, cabling or the wiring part, and then the final one was installing of the light, fan, socket, switches, and so on. For the ceiling, we used plaster boards, a total of 16 pieces. One, as and when I was purchasing, was 110 cedis, but I was fortunate to have had 1 cedi off, so I got it for 109 cedis. The 16 did cost 1,744 cedis. Out of that, I had to also purchase plasterboard powder, which was used to do the andrew on top of the plasterboard, and then also POP powder, which was used for the skimming. So the total cost for the ceiling works is 5,245 cedis. Out of that, 3,945 was for materials, and then 1,300 was for labor.
So Ishmael, on this entire project, from the ground to the top, can you tell us the number of bags of cement you used?
The total
everything.
The total number of bags, I might have to, but let me just give a rough consistency. So 40. I think I'd say about 100 bags of cement. Yeah.
Okay, and at the time you purchased each at?
We started purchasing at 45 cedis, now it's 58 cedis. Yeah.
So that was the range for each bag. And then how many, you used 1 chip of sand, one chip of stones as well for the entire build?
Yes.
Okay, and then blocks, if you could quantify.
Total blocks was 1,600 pieces of blocks for everything. Yeah.
Okay, and the cost was between 2 cedis to
260 pesos.
60 pesos.
Yes.
Okay, and then for plasterboard you used?
One selling for 110 cedis, so we used 16 pieces. Yes, but we got a discount of 1 cedi off, so
yeah, and then for corner moldings you used
25 pieces, but one was costing 20 cedis. Yeah.
Okay, but all these costs inclusive, when you add all of these things, you still think that your target figure will be
around
about
80,000. Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay, so let's check out this kitchen you've got over here.
Yes.
So this 80,000 doesn't include your kitchen cabinets and your sink?
No. That doesn't include furniture. So that's just for the structure and things
for the
underneath.
structure.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to know how much you think it will cost for the entire build. If we started to incorporate like the kitchen, the bathroom, the WC, the shower, all of those things. If you put that in your estimate,
that should be
where would you say?
100,000.
About 100,000.
Maybe 110,000 for everything. Yeah.
Okay, so what we have so far is the $10,000 should be for the shelf.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let's check out your kitchen.
So so this is a cute size kitchen. The size is 10 by 10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. And we only have one window.
One window. We've already got the estimate for these things, everything in here.
Yeah.
So you got one fan here, which is also in the estimate you gave us.
Yeah.
The spotlights.
Two spotlights. Yeah.
Okay. This is very.
And then we have 3 sockets over here. There's one behind there. There's one here, and then there's one
up
here.
Here. Okay, so your sink would go here.
Yes, the sink would go somewhere.
So you have a nice view.
Yes.
When you're washing your dishes, and then your kitchen cabinets would go on top here, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So depending on what you go for, that will affect
also
your
the price,
total amount.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Great.
So from the kitchen, when you walk down here a little bit to the left, we have the bedroom. So
Sorry.
Yes, so this is the distribution board. This is
your
a breaker.
Please.
So the breaker is 430 cedis.
Okay.
So this is a bedroom.
It's big.
12 by 12 feet.
Okay.
So a standard size bedroom. We have the windows as usual, 2 lights and then a fan. Now you notice that the fan, this one has longer blades compared to the others because this place is quite bigger compared to the other place.
How much was this in comparison to the small?
70 cedis, the same for all. Yeah, so those ones are medium size blades.
Okay.
There's a longer size blade. So
but
the
they
price
cost
is
the same amount.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So over here too, we have 4 sockets. 2 here. So the TV is going to be here. There's a socket down here. There's one behind you over there. Then there's also one somewhere here. Then the fan is going to be turned on from there. Then we have a light there as well as here as well. So yeah.
Okay.
Then we're going to have a wardrobe somewhere here
side.
to the ceiling. Yeah.
Can even have a little office space in the
Exactly.
corner or here, depending on the size of your bed.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's a very good minimalist style home.
Yeah.
Okay. I really like the use of the louver blades.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So once you're down here, you're coming to the bathroom area. The total size of the space is 9 feet by 5 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, then we just created a small division to separate the bathroom section from the toilet area. So that's how come we have this one. We could have gone in glass, but I'm still looking at cost.
Okay.
So we just decided to go with the wall over there. Then we created some small, space in there where we could, put some shower gel, soaps, and the rest inside there. Yeah. Okay. The towels we got weren't enough to do all that, so we just had to improvise and be a little bit creative. So all this place, this rough space is going to be skimmed and then painted with maybe white to add some, size to this.
Make it look bigger.
Yeah, to this space. So the toilet is going to be over there. The basin is going to be here. We're going to have a little cabinet under the basin. So yeah, and then we have a drainage there as well.
Okay. Okay. So what's going to be on this side? Are you going to put glass? What's going to be the shower door?
So maybe just use shower curtains.
A shower curtain.
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. So we've already got the estimate for all this.
The towels,
yes, and
yes.
Okay, cool. So when your fixtures and fittings come in, that will all add into the cost to take it up to 100,000 or 110,000.
Yes.
All right. So you've got a lot of beautiful vegetation over here. You've got some birds in the background and all of that. So we can understand why you chose this location, even though it is very, very, very remote. But we can understand why you came here. It's a beautiful view and all of that.
Yeah.
But tell us about building in this location. Let's talk about some of the challenges that you faced and what that process and that experience was like for you.
Yeah. So the first one would be the road network from the main junction coming to this place. It's not so great. So sometimes when you're coming and it's raining, you might end up getting stuck.
You might get stuck twice.
You might end up getting stuck.
Okay.
Over the side that because of where some of the block factories are located, sometimes getting them to bring materials that is block and cement, they are not timely with bringing materials. So that was also one because it did delay some of their process because you call them and they tell you to bring it.
But they're just here.
It depends. So when we started, the ones you see around were not there as of when we started. So we had to buy from where you stopped, where I came to pick you.
Okay.
That was where we were buying blocks from before eventually we started buying around here. So that was some of the challenges we did face at the very beginning. And then I think so far it was just that, some of the materials also, so like the plasterboard, the tiles and the rest are not found anywhere close. So you have to buy them far away and then transport them. So transportation was very expensive to get some of those materials here. So basically those were some of the challenges we did face.
Okay, but in terms of your labor, everybody was skilled, everything went.
I think I didn't really have any challenges with the laborers. They were all working well.
Oh, that's great. Okay, that's interesting. So tell us a couple of things that you've learned that you'd like to, share.
So the very first one, especially with the laborers, was before starting off the project, I was thinking of whether I should use laborers from here or find them from a different place. So my brother, who have happened to be like been doing construction for some time now, did advise it was good to get workers from somewhere else, because sometimes when you get workers around, because they live in the neighborhood and you don't live around, it's easier for them to sometimes steal some of the material.
Okay.
So the mason that we got came all the way from home because he had done
Wow.
some work with them. So.
Okay.
And so far so good. Like, I haven't had any issues with theft and the rest.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that was one of the things that was really good. Like, I didn't go because some of the laborers around he has been working with. I don't directly work with them.
Okay.
Some of the challenges he shared with me is after they come to work for like 2-3 days, they get some money. The next day they are not showing up.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the challenges he had with them. But I haven't had those
Had
challenges.
any of those
Yeah.
challenges? Okay. But having them move from further locations to this place, that added a bit to your cost, I'm guessing.
Not really, because
Not really?
the main reason why they came was for this bigger project, and it had been going on for
then
some
that's
time.
really helpful.
yeah, I had to be quick with mine
Okay,
as well.
so that you could. Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense. So this project has really benefited you in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Okay, we've seen that you've built a 1-bedroom home,
Yeah.
but then maybe we want to build a 2-bed or a 3-bed or a 4-bed. Is there a way that you could use your cost on this project to help us estimate something larger, what it would cost us to build something larger?
You can, but you have to make allocation for changing prices of materials.
Okay.
So for like a 2-bedroom, between 150,000 going upwards could help you get 2-bedroom
two-bed.
cities. The location also matters, because if you're closer to materials like maybe stone, sand, cement, and the rest, the cost is not going to be so much. But if you are far away, I had a friend who was also working on the project, but where his the land was very far away from getting something. So he was going to purchase stones for twice what I was purchasing
Oh,
here.
wow.
And sand also the same
Okay.
thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So location also matters.
Okay. I also think maybe the difference would be the foundation, the depth, and the all
that
those
also
things.
matters. So you notice that I'm on top of a hill here.
Okay.
It goes down there, and then the soil is it's very hard when
Okay.
digging. So I think we went about 3 feet down when we
Okay.
did. We didn't have to go so much
Deep.
deep because there's no story with it, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So depending, all of
Yeah.
those things would affect
Play a
the
role.
cost.
Yeah, exactly.
But then, okay. So how much would you estimate that you spent on one room, on the cost of your bedroom?
Just a bedroom. I would have spent like about over maybe 25,000
On the bedroom.
in the bedroom, including the foundation, the
Oh.
blocks, the door, the
Everything.
ceiling, the roofing, everything. Over 25,000.
Oh, that's actually interesting. So
Yeah.
if somebody wanted to build just like a studio
Yeah.
with that bedroom, that would be
Yeah.
the cost?
Yes.
Maybe, so
Probably
let's say
around that.
30,000.
Yeah, around 30,000.
Probably
should
wants
be.
a studio, so he could build something like that for
Yeah,
30,000
sure.
cedis. That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So then we could have a studio sort of
Yeah,
for
around
about
that.
30,000.
Yeah, and then
That's
also depending on the materials you're looking for, the door, the windows. You notice that from inside I have lever blades. I'm using lever
Yeah.
blades as compared to sliding
Which is
window.
very cost effective.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So all the materials would also influence
The cost,
the
yeah.
cost and everything.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But on the average, we could, let's say, estimate every room to cost about 30,000
30,000,
cedis
yeah.
extra. So with your 80,000, if we wanted to have a 2-bed, let's say we put an additional 10,000 for, let's just
Yeah.
estimate 10,000 for the foundation. So we add 40,000.
Yeah.
That would maybe cost us about 120,000
Yeah.
to get a 2-bed. If we added
Yeah.
another 40,000, that's about
Yes.
160,000
Yeah.
for a 3-bed, 200,000 for a 4-bed, and so
Yeah.
on and
Yeah.
so. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, we are adding roofing,
Yeah,
right?
we are, yeah.
So this is inclusive of roofing,
Yes.
foundation, everything. So I think that's a very good base that we can
Yeah.
build our estimates on.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So is there anything else you'd like to add, Ishmael? Anything else you think we should know about
Okay, so
building?
I have personally been a part of the entire process
Okay.
from foundation to like this particular point. So I always do come by to sometimes supervise the works that are being done to ensure that maybe things are being done maybe the way I want it and that they are not cutting corners and the rest. So that was very important. And as part of that, I did get to learn other terms, other processes, other
Right.
suggestions, other ideas and the
Yeah.
rest that has all helped with the entire project. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Thank you, Ishmael.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
your time.
You're
Thank you for
welcome.
walking us through your very lovely, cute, adorable home. And yeah, hopefully we'll see your other projects when you get onto
Sure.
it. Okay. If you're interested in checking out Ishmael's channel, he has a YouTube channel as well. That is
Ishmael Lamte.
Ishmael Lamte.
Yeah.
So you can check it out. I'll leave the link in the description below if you're interested in following his building journey.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right. If you're also interested in some guides and worksheets for your building journey, I will leave a link in the description below that will give you access to a couple of these. I hope that you found this video helpful and that you learned something new. If you found it interesting, don't forget to share with your friends and family that may find it helpful. Hopefully, I see you in my next video. Have a beautiful day, a beautiful week, and an amazing life. Bye!